Let's solve this question which came in the year 2013. Okay, it's a very good question. I'll read it out for you. Actually, I have not written the question completely because it will take a big space. Okay, so so I have just written the useful data. Okay, but don't worry, I will explain what's there in the question. You see, what I have written, shared variable x. So there is a shared variable x. It means what? There are some processes which shares a same variable x, and that shared variable x is initialized as 0. Okay, and after that you can see there are four processes w, x, y, z. So w, x, y, z are the four processes, and after that what's written, w and x, both these processes reads x from memory. Okay, so both these processes will read x from memory, increment it by 1. Okay, after reading the value of x, both will increment the value by 1 and stores it back to the memory. Fine. And after that what I have written, yz. Now what process yz will do? Process yz will read x from the memory, but they will decrement it by 2 and stores it back to the memory. Okay, the only difference between wx and yz are, wx will increment by 1 and wz will decrement by 2, and rest part are same. Okay, and after that you see, each process before reading x invokes p operation on s. So here s is a counting semaphore. Okay, s is a counting semaphore. Don't worry, I will explain. And invokes v operation on s after storing x to the memory. Fine. And here the counting semaphore s is initialized as 2. Okay, so it means what? Maximum two processes can enter the critical section at the same time. So they are asking the maximum value of the shared variable x after all the process complete the execution. Okay, so let me explain what's written here. You see, there are four processes. Okay, w, then x, then y, and z. The code for w and x are same. Okay, w and x are same. Each process before reading x will invoke p operation on x. So each process will invoke wait operation on x. So let's talk about w. W will invoke p operation on s, and after, at the end, will invoke v operation on s, and at the end will invoke v operation on s. So all these processes will do the same thing. Okay, but inside the critical section, their task will be different. Okay, the task of w is, it will read the value of x from the memory, increment it by 1, and then stores to the memory. So what w will do, w will increment the value of x, whatever be the value of x, it will increment by 1. Okay, and x will also do the same thing. Both w and x will do the same thing. Fine. And what y and z will do? Y and z will decrement the value of x by 2. Okay, fine. So I have explained the question. It's a summary, and now let's solve this question. Okay. So here they are asking to calculate the maximum value of the shared variable. Okay, and here you see, the counting semaphore has been initialized as 2, so that two processes can enter the critical section at a time, and the value of x is initialized as 0. So here you see, it's a memory. Okay, and at this location x, the value is 0. Okay, so now suppose process w wants to enter the critical section. So what process w will do? It will execute this line. So p of s. So what will happen? The value of s will become 1. Okay, the value of s will become 1. Fine. because it's a wait operation. Wait operation always decrements the value by 1, and after that process W will come inside the critical section. So now process W will execute this line x plus 1. So how it will execute? It will first read x from the memory, increment it by 1, stores it back to the memory. So suppose here there is a register, okay, there is a register known as R1. So what W will do? W will first fetch the value of x from the memory, okay. The process W will fetch the value of x from the memory, fine, and it will copy the value of x to the register R1. So now it's a read operation. Basically, this is the read operation, fetching the value of x from the memory, and now it has so now it has put a copy of x in the register R1, okay. So now it will increment the value by 1. So now the value will be incremented by 1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1, okay, fine. And now what it will do? It will uh, it will store the value of x back to this memory location, okay. So now the value of x is copied back to the memory location. So the new value of x is 1, because you see in the question it is written that at the last you can see it stores it back to the memory. So the new value has been updated to 1, fine, okay. So now the job of process W is over. So what it will do? It will execute this V operation, fine. It will execute this V operation so that the value of S will again become from 1 to 2, because what happens in V operation, what happens in signal operation, the value of the counting semaphore get incremented. So it will get incremented and again S will become 2, okay. So now the job of process W is over. So I am removing this. So what process W did? Process W incremented the value of x to 1 and stored it in the memory, fine. So now so now let CPU is given to process X. So what process X will do? Process X will do the same thing. It will first enter the critical section, thereby decrementing the value of X from 2 to 1. So now process X is inside the critical section, okay. So now process X will read the value of this memory location X. How? By at first it will read it and then fetch it to the register, say R2. So now the register contains the value, fine. And now after that, what it will do? It will increment the value of x2 by 1, okay. So now this 1 will be incremented by 1, so it will become 2, fine. And now suppose before it could store back this value of R2 to the memory location X, suppose preemption happened. So here what happened? Process X have executed till this line, okay, fine. And before it could store the value of R2 to X, a preemption happened, okay. So now the value of X remains as 1, okay, because a new value has not yet been updated, okay, because this store part has not done by process X, okay. So at this time a context switching is happened, and now CPU is given to process, say process Y. So now process Y will execute. So here I am writing process Y. So what process Y will do? The value of S is 1, okay. So now what it will do? It will make it as 0, P of S is 0, okay. And after that what it will do? It will enter the critical section, fine. So for process Y, the value of X is 1, not 2, because this 2 has not yet been updated in the memory location. So process Y will read it as 1, okay. So what process Y will do? Process Y will read this value, okay, and it will fetch this value, say to the register R3, and it will decrement by 2. So now register R3 contains 1, so 1 will be decremented by 2. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay. So the new value of x, so now R3 contains minus 1. Fine. Fine. And after that, it will store this value back to the memory location. Okay. Yeah. Each process before reading x invokes P on S and invokes V on S after storing x to the memory. Okay. So after storing the value to the memory, you see now the memory has been updated as minus 1. Okay. It's x part. Okay. So here what y have done? Y read the value of x from the memory and then decremented it by 2 and then stored it back to the memory. Fine. Now after this, process y will execute this line. Okay, because invokes v on s after storing x to the memory, and new value of x has been stored. Now process y can successfully execute this line. So v of s means what? It is giving signal to s. Now s will become 1. Okay. Now s will become 1. And now suppose CPU is given to process z. Okay. Now CPU is with process z. So the task of process y is over. Fine. The task of process w is over. So now two processes are left, x and z. Suppose CPU is given to process z. Okay. So just remove this y because the task of w is over. Fine. And here I am not removing x because x has not yet completed its task. I mean to say that x has not yet stored its value to the memory location. Okay. So now CPU is given to process Z will do the same thing. Okay. So it will first enter the critical section, thereby decrement the value of S from 1 to 0. So now process Z is inside the critical section. So now what process Z will do? It will fetch, it will read the value of X. Okay. So in the register, say R3, maybe say R3. Okay. It will read the value of X, the memory location, which contains minus 1 to the register R3. So R3 will contain minus 1 and then decrement it by minus 2. So minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So now it will, so register R3 contains minus 3 due to this operation, and after that it will store the value, this value, to this memory location. So now it means what? Process Z has done the updation part. Okay. So now this x contains minus 3. Fine. So now x contains the updated value. Okay, minus 3. And after that, process Z will invoke V operation so that the value of S will become 1 again. Okay. So now process Z has also completed its task. So you see all these processes W, Y and Z has completed their task. They have successfully invoked P operation, then critical section operation, and after that the signal operation. Only process X is left. Process X had successfully invoked P operation, then process X incremented the value of X. Although it incremented the value of X, but it didn't update that value to the memory location. Okay. So now CPU is given back to process X. Okay. So let me remove this Z part because the Z part is also done. So what process X will do? Process X has executed this line. Due to this line, the value of R2 is 2. Okay. So now the process X will remember that the last time it updated the value to 2. The only thing which was remaining was that process X could not update this value to the memory location, because before process X could update this value to the memory location, the context switching happened. So now this time when the CPU is given back to process X, so now process X can happily update this value to the memory location. Fine. So now what will happen? process X will, yeah. So now X, this memory location X will contains this R2 part. So what the register R2 contains 2. So the value of X is 2. Fine. And after that, process X will uh, invoke this V operation. Okay. And now the process X has also completed its task. Okay. So you see, ultimately, what is the maximum value of X? The maximum value of X is 2. So here you can see that 2 is the correct option. Fine. So I hope you got it. Okay. Okay. Thank you.